Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and want to see more. Coming up, my report on the showpiece final, the grand final of the NRL. So we almost didn't make it to the grand final today because COVID was an issue in the background as cases were cropping up here, there and everywhere all over Queensland. But it's on. It's ready. And here's my report on the game. So sit back, enjoy, and let's begin. First of all, with the team news. So this is the squad for the Penrith Panthers for the what was released earlier this week, but there has been one change to the starting lineup, as it is Liam Martin who comes in for Viliami Gigau. But basically the Panthers are a touch battered and bruised coming into the final. They were forced to play one match more than the Bunnies, and that is telling, with Tavita Pangang Jr. missing out through injury and a host of others carrying knocks. Dylan Edwards has been in the moon boots all week, and Brian Toto, James Fisher-Harris, Moses Leota are all below full fitness. In response, I just marvel at the resilience of these boys and the courage they show each week, Ivan Cleary said in the build-up. They just refuse to not to play, and they're turning up and doing their thing. I'm sure it will be the same today. All things considered, his 17s contains no surprises though, but if they're not fully fit, maybe waiting for the Bunnies. But as I said, the starting lineup: Kikau drops to the bench, and Liam Martin starts. While on the bench it is May, Scott Sorensen, Spencer Lenio, and Kikau as mentioned. For the Bunnies, it is as you were for Wayne Bennett's men, as he names the same 17 who disposed of Manly to advance to the club's first grand final since 2014. Settled, fit, in form, preparation could not have been better for the Bunnies. One slight doubt has been over Adam Reynolds' ability to kick for goal, but his groin injury has had enough time, has had enough time to heal. He said, "I'll be close to 100%, if not 100%, Reynolds, during this last week on his injury." So there is no changes to the 17 for the Souths, and it will be Burgess and Arrow off the bench. That'll probably cause the most problems. Anyway, let's begin with the game. So, as we kick off, we have the capacity has been announced at 39,000 due to the COVID issues in Queensland, and there is still question about Adam Reynolds kicking from last week. Is that groin injury still affecting him? Well, Souths kick off, and the ball is received by Fisher-Harris, and straight away on the return, Cameron Murray is rattled by this Fisher-Harris run back in. It's a tough one to start off with. On the 3rd minute, Luai is adjudged to have knocked on, but do a captain's challenge, and is successful, reclaiming the challenge at the same time. He was suspected of knocking on as he was going down in the tackle, but the ball keeps in his possession throughout. Penrith are winning the possession stakes and get the rewards by forcing a dropout, taking Taft in goal. Penrith force a second dropout again off a Cleary kick, as Gagai drops the ball in goal. Souths recover though, as Nicholls strips 1-on-1 to give Souths the ball back on the 30-metre line, but the Souths pass goes to a Panther in the Penrith 20-metre line after trundling upfield. Souths reach the last on the kick and the 10th minute for Penrith's left wing, aimed at Toho, who allows the ball to bounce. Souths recover with Campbell Graham, but Toho slams him into the ground to end the set. It's been nip and tuck during this for opening 15 minutes. It's close play and tough, hard tackling. Penrith are the ones winning the play though. On the 13th minute, Penrith goes so close after a penalty by Souths for hands in the ruck, gets Penrith down the field, and they run it on the last from inside the Bunnies 15, with Toto ducking, dipping, diving and dodging to the Souths 1-metre line. So close, so close. Another dropout is forced on the 15th minute by Cleary's kick. The pressure is mounting for the Rabbitohs on this left-hand edge. Penrith are in on the 16th minute though. After a short attempt by Coruscant, the Panthers fling the ball left, and this is from the right-hand side of the posts, and Luai runs at the defensive line and draws in Campbell Graham with a dummy runner. And after the runner has gone by, Luai passes it to Matt Burton, who has a free run to the line. Cleary adds the extras to make it 6-0 to the Panthers. On the 20th minute, indecision on Taft and Walker to field the Cleary bomb, but they get away with it. J. Arrow and Tom Burgess are on, but not long for Arrow, as he needs an HIA assessment or a kick-out hit, which goes on report as he's tackling the man as Arrow is going down in the tackle. It was one of those that he was trying to complete the tackle but caught J. Arrow's head. Souths are in for 4 a minute later though, as that penalty is knocked down line by Reynolds and Souths attack the line. Reynolds is running with the ball and he passes it to Cody Walker, who shows and goes through a gap in the Penrith in defence, and he runs over the line to score. South's first try of the game, basically untouched. Reynolds is on the kicking duty and he adds the 2 to make it 6-all. Gagai and Arrow, Gagai for an earlier incident, both pass the HIA assessments and return. On the 30th minute, Souths were short on the left-hand side of their defence, and Alex Johnson makes a great rush play to force the Panthers' attacking error to get a scrum for the Souths. Great defence, it was risky, but he comes up trumps. But from the resulting scrum, South's Taff causes an error from the scrum base, and fast Panthers play the ball on the back foot of some South defence. Well, being on the back foot means that J. Arrow is caught in the middle of a play the ball, and he inadvertently kicks the ball away, which gives Penrith a penalty to come if they don't score, as they're about 3 to 5 metres out. But Kickow is tackled from the acting halfback, so a penalty is given by the referee, which Nathan Cleary decides to go for 2 for, just as we're coming up to half time, and it's 8 points to 6 to the Panthers. On the 36th minute, 5 Penrith players are in the top 5 in distance covered, no South players. Included in those are Cleary, Bomorowski, Capewell and Luai. South's tiredness is creeping in as they're falling off on the tackles as we're getting closer towards the 38th bit, well, to half time. It's a tough old half for the Souths. They're still in it, but it's been energy sapping. And we come to the 40th minute, half time, and it's Souths 6, Penrith Panthers 8. I apologise for the change of the tyre and the inconsistent continuity. There are reasons why I'm dressed like this, so bear with me. So we're going to the second half, and we have a little bit of information for how the play went in the first. As it turned out that 60-14 possession stakes, which has helped Penrith keep on top of their counterparts, South Sydney, and they've also completed 91% of their sets during that first half. Okay, so as we kick off, Souths get 2-6 again, one for a flop and one for slow tacklers. Souths get into the Penrith 30, and they run on the last to the left side, but the last pass goes out into touch as they look to exploit their favoured left edge. Unfortunately, though, for Souths, Arrow had to go off again for late symptoms of a head knock that he got in the first half, and was being assessed for the full 15 minutes because his head wasn't in the right place. Souths, though, gets a penalty in a good position for a Shepherd on the kicker, and Reynolds decides to add 2 to make it 8-all. On the 45th minute, Souths fumble in the tackle in their own 30-metre line, and it comes as Arrow will not be returning to the game as he failed a HIA. Clear authority had pushed through on the receiving end of these plays and everything like that, as he was half breaks through the Souths defence and offloads to kick out. But unfortunately, the pass was forward, and even though kick out went over for a try, the referee overruled and for the forward pass. Penrith's right edge is being used, but the left is arguably quicker from what I can tell throughout the entire game. Souths on the 50th minute get the ball and they have a half break on the left, and it's effective as they get it to the Penrith 30, but Reynolds' kick gets charged down, and the referee and the TMO and everyone judges that it was a charge down, not an intentional punch on the ball, and it is turnover to Penrith. It's one of those rules that does get debated over quite a bit, and if it was a pass, it would be 6 more called by the referee. Unfortunately, Penrith get on a roll and start rumbling downfield, and they get the ball back as a dropout is forced by Graham because he is tackled and forced back in goal. Souths are hitting hard and to negate the Panthers set, but the Panthers get to their 6 and they bomb again with Luai this time, and the ball gets and they get the ball back as Taff fumbles the bomb. After Damien Cook on the 50th, it comes to nothing, and after Damien Cook has an on-the-field assessment, Penrith failed to capitalise on the ball inside the Souths 10-metre line. 59th minute comes along and Penrith force another dropout. A great kick is chased by Kickow, forcing the ball loose in the tackle, which Taff scoops up, but is forced back in goal by Luai on the retreat. Penrith look dangerous on the 61st minute, but Reynolds hits Burton hard and dislodges the ball. And at this point, Cameron Murray has made 43 tackles with an hour gone. Another kick by Penrith puts them on the front foot as Burton waits for Paolo to catch the ball, and once he does, Burton catches Paolo and throws Jackson out into touch. But Tyrone May knocks on from the resulting set. Penrith are in for the first try of the second half in the 66th minute. Souths try to be expansive down their own trusty left-hand side, but Crichton jumps and grabs the ball for an interception from a Cody Walker pass, and he runs clear from 40 metres out for the try. Nathan Cleary adds the extras to make it 14 points to 8, and we're coming into the final 10 minutes, and Souths are on the move and get a penalty 30 metres out. Kickout grabbed a foot in the play of the ball, and it's given a penalty, and the Souths go through their trusted left edge attack through Cody Walker, Dane Gagai and Alex Johnson, who is in the corner with the try. Unfortunately, it's 14-12 after this try. It stays that way as Reynolds misses the kick. It doesn't curve back in enough. That would have set up a grandstand finish. But Souths are still coming. They have got momentum now and they're getting stronger. They break upfield and they get to the last in the corner, but they think too much with the play, and the ball goes out of play from the last pass from Cody Walker. Walker feels that one was batted out in the tackle by Nathan Cleary, but it wasn't. The referee conferred with to the officials and say it was a challenge in the tackle. It wasn't an intentional attack on the ball. So Penrith get it back in their own 20 metre line. And we're coming into the final minute, and Penrith are playing it safe. They're just going one out, and the play of the balls are slower and slower, and the final hooter goes, and Penrith are now the grand final winners. Crichton has scored 3 times in 3 grand finals, and Ivan Cleary has got to 2 grand finals on the bounce, losing 1 and winning 1. So we're now into the post-match celebrations with Penrith getting the glory. First of all, Brian Tuttle proposes to his fiancée and she said yes. So congratulations to him. And also, the Clive Churchill medal goes to Nathan Cleary. He is man of the match according to the details. He said, I feel like a dream. It feels like a dream. We had the hurt of last year, and we did it the hard way. It's just something. It's just special to do it with him. He says about his dad. We are not just playing for us, but for the whole community. Alongside my brothers, we have grown together. We are like a big family. What an achievement for this great group of players that have come through all of it together. So that's the post-match analysis from their leader on the field. But now for the more important thing. Who's going to be my grand final man in the match? I could say Robert Louis, as he was the better of the two going forward in my opinion. But I'm not. I'm going for this man, because he was in and around absolutely everything, and it's Viliami Kikau. He was in with the hard tackles, he was a spoiler, he chased so hard. For example, that when he got to the ball receiver first and knocked the ball out of his hands for Panthers to get a dropout, force a dropout from Souths. It was an effort, but it was one of the many things that he did throughout the night, but because it was noticeable, you could see him around the ball all the time. Yes, there were some things that weren't that good, but his style, his ferreting, his rucking, his everything gave him my man of the match. So, my man of the match, allow me kick out. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for the NRL season. Thank you so much for watching. What a game. It had everything apart from a sending off and some absolute non-stop attacking play, but it was enthralling for me, definitely. And on the face of it, I think the Panthers are the deserved champions of the NRL. They got to the final, they beat who they needed to beat, and they were able to lift the trophy. They have gone one step further. Now, who's going to be the ones that challenge for them next season? It'll probably be the same protagonists involved in the shake-up at the end, but it's all going to be fun to watch. So in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe. Remember, like, share and subscribe to this channel. Share the videos. And I hope you enjoyed everything through my NRL coverage. Hopefully we'll get more information from the internationals and more internationals. And also next week's grand final between Saints and Catalan. So, all the best. And I'll see you in the next video.